In the quarterfinals, Army boys they faced FR Angel, multi-purpose high secondary school of Goa, and the match was tightly contested and went to penalties, where Army boys held their nerve and won 4-3 on penalties to advance to the semi-finals. So the formalities are underway. The pause before the storm. The traditional team photographs. These are the frames that live forever. The snapshots of history before it is written. Smiles, arms on shoulders, one last picture before they go to battle. In just a few moments, this stillness will give way to noise, to motion, and to drama. The semi final awaits. From the shadows of the tunnel into the sunshine of this big stage, two teams will fought and dreamed their way to this moment. The Army boys had a massive scoring game in the Pool B, where they defeated Lakshadweep ISSO by 18-0. That suggests their attacking firepower is very strong, and in certain matchups they've been dominant. On the flip side, the Minity Public School, affiliated to Cbse, they made their way into the semi-finals by beating Army Public School 4-0 in the quarter-final two. Now time for the toss of the coin. The two captains with the referee in the center. The captains meet, the coin goes skyward, and fate quite literally hanging in the air and lands with a verdict. The choice is made, the end to attack decided, and the stage is set. Let's see which way this one goes. What a tournament it has been so far. We saw flurry of goals last evening as well. And semi-final two is slated for a 4 p.m. kickoff in the evening. Mizoram will lock horns against Kerala. A fascinating contest in prospect. It is the first semi-final coming your way live and exclusive on the YouTube channel of Sportscast India. You are watching the 64th edition of the Subroto Cup International Football Tournament. It's Army Boys Koi ASC Centre taking on Amenity Public School of Uttarakhand. The teams in a huddle, last minute pep talk before they break into shape in this volatile green canvas. Early morning kickoff, the first semi-final of the 64th Subroto Cup Junior Boys Under 17 is rolling at the B.R. Ambedkar Stadium. The Army boys coy, drilled, determined, resolute against a military public school, bright, bold, and brimming with belief. We are all set for kickoff. Referee checks his watch. "70 minutes, perhaps more, to decide who steps into the grand finale day after tomorrow. For one, a march towards glory. For the other, a heartbreak waiting in the shadows. And the drama begins here. Army Koi against Amenity Public School, Cbse. Straight away, a ball delivered. Trouble for the keeper. And blazed over the top. Amenity Public School with a glorious opportunity. Should have scored. Rude awakening for Army boys. It was a pinpoint ball sent in. Needs to be careful. Looking for a fast start. Amenity Public School. Here they come one more time. Not in control of the shot. Here is the head coach, Jed V. Rowan, in charge of the Army boys. Calm, calculating. Every move got to be measured here. And CBSE schools have been long pillars of the Subroto Cup. Here is Manoj Joshi, head coach of Amenity Public School Uttarakhand, animated, inspiring, urging their players to go forward. Army boys trying to settle down. But taken by surprise by Amenity's aggressive start. Sonulamba. Now the attack is Amenity Public School. Oh, beautifully threaded through. Flag stayed down. No, it hasn't. Referee took his time. What a wonderful ball played through. And Rezo was flagged off. So far, looking good. The team in orange and yellow. Amenity Public School. A lot of space on the left hand side. Beautiful ball all the way across. Yet again, it's been skied over. There's the flick on. Getting in behind. Perfectly timed run. Excellent release towards the far post. Man was closing in. Ayush just couldn't keep it on target. Uses outstep Nikhil. And those two almost combining. Shomu, Yosh Kamrul, Kashik and Yoshin all starts. Rashid as well. All eyes will be on him, the number 8, who scored a brace in the quarterfinal against Army Public School. Ayush and Abhash, exciting players as well. One of them starts from the bench. The three goal scorers for Amenity Public School in the quarterfinals. It was a comprehensive victory. Army boys, they beat FR Angel Multipurpose High Secondary School of Goa 4-3 in the penalty shootout to make their way into the semi-finals. Nikhil has been very enterprising in the opening doors. Tanuj and Arjun controlling things in the middle of the park. They rotate the ball very quickly. A difficult one for Nikhil to control. Runs out of play. Become Delex Johnson, Bikendra, Kerin. All of them keeps their place in the starting 11 for Army boys. CBSE schools nurturing young talents, providing structured competition through the pre-Subroto Cups, and they have launched countless players into the national spotlight. Discipline, skill, and ambition, hallmarks of CBSE schools, shine on this very stage. The Amenity Public School of Uttarakhand dominated the under 15 boys category in the CBSE pre-Subroto Cup, defeating teams like Navy Children's School with an impressive 8-0 scoreline. And Navy Children's School, though, excelled in the Central Zone pre-Subroto Cup, clinching the titles in the under 15 boys and under 17 boys and the under 17 girls category as well. And the Air Force School of Barakpur participated in the Subroto Cup 2025 with teams from AFC Bagdogra, AFC Hashimara, and AFS Jorhat competing in various categories. Two from West Bengal and the other from Assam. On the flip side, the Army Boys Koi ASC Center have made significant contribution to the Subroto Cup, India's premier inter-school football tournament, and their participation has highlighted the integration of discipline, training, and tactical acumen in youth football. Managed to score 32 goals, Army Boys in the group games, kept 3 clean sheets in 4 games. And on the flip side, Amenity Public School yet to concede in this tournament. They scored 33. But both the teams have got enough firepower when it comes to scoring goals. The school from Uttarakhand been wasteful in the first 5 minutes. That ball swung in, and keeper had to come out. Gets enough on the ball. I saw that run from Nikhil, asking for trouble almost. Army boys looking to go direct. Brings it out of the defense, finds Nikhil. Has been very busy the first 10 minutes, making those darting runs from the left wing. Is very wide, almost hugging the touchline on the far left. And looking for that quick exchange. The Army boys showcased their prowess by defeating Telangana Government Sports School with an impressive 18-0 scoreline in their Pool B game. Vyapal and Hinari each scored 7 goals, demonstrating their offensive strength. Both of them starts in this one as well. Referee holds back play for a foul. Arjun over this free kick. Amenity Public School have had better exchanges. Oh, nice idea. Falters slightly in execution. In Army boys, success can be attributed to their structured training regime, emphasizing discipline, teamwork, and strategic gameplay, and their ability to perform under pressure, especially in high stakes situations like the penalty shootouts, reflects the effectiveness of their coaching and preparation. They collected 7 points from 3 games in Pool B. On the flip side, Amenity Public School were placed in Pool C alongside Bihar, Uttarakhand, Dadra and Nagar Haveli, and Himachal Pradesh. So far, it's been a smooth sailing for the school from Uttarakhand. The Angel Multipurpose Higher Secondary School gave tough time to Army boys in the quarterfinal. It was a game where the defense got tested. On the flip side, Amenity Public School, their backline yet to be tested. Almost a daylight difference between them and the rest of the teams in Pool C. This game expected to be tightly contested. Just a reminder, 35-minute halves followed by 10 minutes of extra time. And then we progress to the penalty shootout in case there's no result beyond 70 minutes and extra time. Not the greatest of passes. Army boys trying to wrestle control back. This was the chance. Went up for the header. Couldn't generate enough power through his neck muscle. It was a difficult technique as well for Rezo. And now driving forward. Beautifully shielded. The Subroto Cup is more than a tournament. It is a crucible of Indian football, and for decades, it has unearthed raw talent from the length and breadth of the country. It's giving young players a stage to dream, to shine, and from the disciplines of military schools to the spirited youth of Cbse and state schools, the Cup has been a launchpad for future professionals, coaches, and national team stars. Gets the better of his marker. Good work from Arjun, setting up for a shot. The Army boys bench. Rovin looked into worried. Not in control of their attempts. They need some accuracy in the final third. Passing has been incisive from Amenity Public School. Still no goals yet at the Ambedkar Stadium. This first semi-final between Army Boys and Amenity Public School. Now the latter is on the attack for the fourth time, putting it over. Not managing to test the goalkeeper. That was Rashid quickly on the turn. Early change from Rovin. The number 6 comes on. Chongloi. Let's see how this change works for the Army boys. Amenity Public School did manage to destabilize them in the middle of the park, having the numerical supremacy, creating 4v3 situation. The touch is slightly heavy, allows a blue shirt to clear their lines. Vaipe. Jackson trying to find his teammate. Nicely done there by Sandeep. Throw in for Army boys. The group game against Sam 2-all was an exciting encounter on 16th of September. The first group game, a nice flick on into a great area. Falls kindly for Vaipe. Still trying to find room for the shot. Gets it out of his feet. But off target, that's the confirmation of the change. Sana Lemba replaced by Chongloi. Just a quarter's play left in the first half. Which team gonna strike early? And that's the beauty of youth football. It nurtures skills, instills discipline, and ignites passion, a vital artery in the ecosystem of Indian football, ensuring that the game continues to grow, inspire, and thrill generations. Both the teams looking to play direct. We saw schools from Kerala and Mizoram follow that template of building up from behind. They overload the box. Amenity Public School. The clearance not very convincing. And a shot on the turn. Straight to the keeper. So sharp. Cbse affiliated. Amenity Public School. They've won the ball into a nice area. No progress allowed. Vaipe stood firm. The right back of Army boys. The final of the junior boys under 17 category. Day after tomorrow. Going to be 5:45 p.m. And all the matches only on the YouTube platform of Sportscast India. Set up nicely. Bright idea. Once more lax in execution. A hit from distance and almost broke kindly for Rashid. Went for that acrobatic side volley. Couldn't really connect. Corner for Amenity Public School. Vaipe tries to set up Zulfikar. He commits a foul. A problem for Vaipe. The right full back looked very solid. We faced off teams from Assam, NVS, Andaman and Nicobar, and Telangana. We have the first booking of this game as well. The referee just brandished a yellow card. Going in tight on Vipe. Army boys have a free kick. We saw Army teams do well at the senior level in the Santosh Trophy, in the Durand Cup as well. The Indian Army football team making it to the knockouts of the Indian Oil Durand Cup last month, lost to Shillong Lajong in the knockout stage. Services winning the Santosh Trophy a couple of years ago by beating Goa in the final. The Army teams have a rich heritage of winning titles at the national level. Chance for this young boys to continue that legacy, follow the footprints of the seniors. Nothing separating the two teams. The Amenity Public School have had the better exchanges so far in this game, but nothing to show for their dominance. Now the scoreline still nil all. Amenity Public School made a quick start, and now Army boys trying to slow down the tempo. A lot of joy down there for Nikhil. Good first touch. Is up against Vipe. Goes past him and puts in a decent ball in. Deep defending from Army boys. You can't afford time and space to Nikhil. Excellent release. Closing down the shooting angle. And getting his body in between the ball and the man. Excellent defending from Amenity Public School. And that is why they have one of the meanest defense in the Subroto Cup 2025. Oh, lovely ball. Looking for Rashid in the middle. That was skillful from the team in yellow and orange. That's clumsy. This was Army boys' first positive move of the game. Well blocked by the defender. And this one, lovely exchange. Rashid was free. Equally good piece of defending from Jelix. Outstretched left foot, preventing the ball from reaching the number 8 Rashid. Has been in a great nick. Scored 7 goals against Telangana. There he is once more. Do not be baffled by his frame. Very intelligent player. This time the pass well read by Vipe, the captain. Army boys under pressure in the first half. Amenity Public School dominating for the first half an hour. Army boys not losing their defensive shape. Now the back four aligned and in place. Just 4 minutes of regulation time left in the first half. Both the teams looking for a breakthrough. On the balance of play, Amenity Public School deserves to be in the lead, at least up by a couple of goals, given the kind of chances they've had in the first half. Army boys in the back foot, under the pump. Even Mizoram and Kerala will be keeping an eye on this game. They'll certainly note down the strength and weaknesses of both these teams. What a battle it's going to be. The second semi final coming your way 4 p.m. in the evening. Two hotbeds of Indian football, Mizoram and Kerala, will collide at the Ambedkar Stadium. Nikhil, with that extra pace, lacked in finishing. It's a good looking ball, nodded back, trying to find a blue shirt. Ran out of ideas in the end. And that is where Army boys they lose track. Not too many successful entries inside the opposition's penalty area in the first half from Army boys. Amenity Public School kept on attacking the Army goal. Attack in the very first minute itself. The ball is stolen. He's outnumbered up top, isolated down there. Zulfikar, no support. This is a decent ball. Gets there before the keeper. The Amenity Public School defense up on their feet, alert to the danger. This was the cross. Just pulling away from his marker. The best chance of the first half. Equally good piece of goalkeeping to deny the attacker. 3 minutes additional time. 180 seconds more in the first half to break the deadlock. Sustained pressure. And they apply a high press, forcing the opposition defenders to commit a mistake, not allowing them much time on the ball. Trying to force the issue. And now the throw in. It's bobbing in the area. What a volley! On either side could have been challenging for the keeper. But it went straight at the number 16 of Army Boys, Bickham. That's easily defended. This was the previous attack. The way he adjusted his body, flung in the air. A spectacular hit. Chance for a counter move. Battling for the aerial ball. Now the bounce uneven at the surface. And the half time then in the first semi-final between Army Boys Koi and Amenity Public School. Even though the team in orange and blue, and yellow rather, had the better exchanges, resolute in defense, Army Boys Koi, which is why the scoreline is 0-all at the break. A couple of wonderful scoring chances for Amenity Public School in the first 5 minutes, but they haven't taken their chances, which is why it's locked 0-all at the break. Stick around, we'll join you shortly after the break with the second half's action.
तो excellent customer service, assistance to MSMEs और technology driven banking solutions. घर छोड़ दो, SBI बदल रहा है क्योंकि हम एक बदलते देश के फैन हैं. SBI, देश का फैन.
साथ हमारा है सबके साथ, विश्वास का ऐसा बढ़ाया था हाथ, उम्मीद और भरोसे से बनी अब सबकी जुबां पे एक ही बात, together we can, together we can.
Canara Bank has flourished with 9,800 plus branches spanning India. We proudly serve 12 crore customers and counting, a testament to our unwavering commitment to trust, togetherness and transformation. Canara Bank celebrates its 120th year foundation day. Canara Bank.
Together we can. Canada Bank.
Come on.
Yes, Papa.
Life doesn't stop for anyone. Even we won't let you stop. At every stage of your life, with LIC, you are always insured. LIC, हर पल आपके साथ.
मौसम को अपने पैशन के बीच जो नहीं आने देते, मैं उनका फैन हूं. मेरी तरह SBI भी आपका फैन है, इसलिए SBI आपके लिए थोड़ी एक्स्ट्रा मेहनत करता है. तो एक्सीलेंट कस्टमर सर्विस, असिस्टेंस टू MSMEs और टेक्नोलॉजी ड्रिवन बैंकिंग सॉल्यूशंस. घर छोड़ दूं? SBI बदल रहा है क्योंकि हम एक बदलते देश के फैन हैं. SBI, देश का फैन.
साथ हमारा है सबके साथ, विश्वास का ऐसा बढ़ाया था हाथ, उम्मीद और भरोसे से बनी अब सबकी जुबां पे एक ही बात, together we can, together we can.
Canara Bank has flourished with 9,800 plus branches spanning India. We proudly serve 12 crore customers and counting, a testament to our unwavering commitment to trust, togetherness and transformation. Canara Bank celebrates its 120th year foundation day. Canara Bank.
Together we can. Canada Bank.
Come on.
Yes, Papa.
Life doesn't stop for anyone. Even we won't let you stop. At every stage of your life, with LIC, you are always insured. LIC, हर पल आपके साथ.
मौसम को अपने पैशन के बीच जो नहीं आने देते, मैं उनका फैन हूं. मेरी तरह SBI भी आपका फैन है, इसलिए SBI आपके लिए थोड़ी एक्स्ट्रा मेहनत करता है. तो एक्सीलेंट कस्टमर सर्विस, असिस्टेंस टू MSMEs और टेक्नोलॉजी ड्रिवन बैंकिंग सॉल्यूशंस। घर छोड़ दूं? एसबीआई बदल रहा है क्योंकि हम एक बदलते देश के फैन हैं। एसबीआई, देश का फैन।
साथ हमारा है सबके साथ, विश्वास का ऐसा बढ़ाया था हाथ, उम्मीद और भरोसे से बनी अब सबकी जुबां पे एक ही बात, टुगेदर वी कैन, टुगेदर वी कैन।
Canara Bank has flourished with 9,800 plus branches spanning India. We proudly serve 12 crore customers and counting. A testament to our unwavering commitment to trust, togetherness and transformation. Canara Bank celebrates its 120th year foundation day. Canara Bank.
Together we can. Canada Bank.
Come on.
Yes, Papa.
Life doesn't stop for anyone. Even we won't let you stop. At every stage of your life, with LIC, you are always insured. LIC, हर पल आपके साथ।
मौसम को अपने पैशन के बीच जो नहीं आने देते, मैं उनका फैन हूं। मेरी तरह एसबीआई भी आपका फैन है, इसलिए एसबीआई आपके लिए थोड़ी एक्स्ट्रा मेहनत करता है। तो एक्सीलेंट कस्टमर सर्विस, असिस्टेंस टू एमएसएमईज और टेक्नोलॉजी ड्रिवन बैंकिंग सॉल्यूशंस। घर छोड़ दूं? एसबीआई बदल रहा है क्योंकि हम एक बदलते देश के फैन हैं। एसबीआई, देश का फैन।
साथ हमारा है सबके साथ, विश्वास का ऐसा बढ़ाया था हाथ, उम्मीद और भरोसे से बनी अब सबकी जुबां पे एक ही बात, टुगेदर वी कैन, टुगेदर वी कैन।
Canara Bank has flourished with 9,800 plus branches spanning India. We
Welcome back. You are watching the 64th Subroto Cup 2025, the junior boy under 17 first semi-final, where Army Boys Koi are up against Amenity Public School of Uttarakhand. And no goals yet at the break, and the second half is about to begin. Amenity Public School has been a force to be reckoned with in this edition of the Subroto Cup. Army Boys Koi will their resolute defense be broken in the second 35 remains to be seen. We are underway. It promises to be a feisty affair. The second 35, but in this game of uncertainty, can Army Boys they spring a surprise? In the third quarterfinal last evening, in the game between Minerva Public School and RMSA School of Mizoram, we saw how Minerva dominate throughout the first 35, but against the run of play, conceded a couple of goals that changed the course of the game. They have a free kick right at the center circle. The number three Johnson. Injury concerns. Players down on the deck. The referee just had to clear the melee. Just one step away from the final. Army Boys won the previous game in the tiebreaker. The first quarterfinal against Angel Multipurpose Higher Secondary School of Goa. And the second quarterfinal was a one-way traffic between Amenity Public School and Army Public School. Here's Nikhil. Caught eyeballs in the first half, number 11. The ball retention quick from Amenity Public School, and now they deliver inside the penalty area. The keeper claims it well. Bicom commanding in the air. Amenity, they keep attacking. The shot comes in. A regulation take for the goalkeeper. That's illegal in the referee's rule book. Free kick goes the other way. It's carried. Army Boys not in real hurry. Taking their time. Looked patient. Not trying to hurry things up. in the attacking zone. That is where they need to get their acts together. They looked disintegrated in that area. Very central. Got to explode down the wings, try and stretch the opposition defense, and now escapes the challenge well. Good pressure in the second half from Army boys. A better start from the boys in blue. Vipe. That's scuffed. Oh, that's trouble. Chance for Army. Clatters the woodwork. What an opportunity. The crossbar comes to the rescue. That could have been 1-0 for the Army boys' koi. What a hit. Sits up nicely. Tempting bounce. And manages to see the run on the far left. Played in. The defender gets there first. Milty Public School can't believe their luck. Henry ponders a sitter for Army boys. In a game of this stature, you got to make your chances count. Amenity Public School failed to do that in the first half. And Army boys not making their chance count early in the second half. 7 minutes of play gone here. Still goalless. A goal eluding both the teams. That swung in from the left. Not managing to win the aerial battle. Deadly on the counter, Amenity Public School. Brilliant combination play. Just lacking in finishing. And making the second change, Army boys. Sudarsh coming on. With number 15. No changes from Manoj Joshi. Continues with the same 11. That's foul. Free kick in a good area. Army boys making things difficult for Amenity Public School CBSE in the second half. Vaipe close to it. Zulfikar moves away. Number 14 likely to take it from 20 yards out. Can he get it right? Short run up. Wi-Fi takes it. Almost a catch in practice for the goalkeeper. And if it stays this way after the next 25 minutes, when we move to extra time, oh, the clearance is miscued. He was asking for trouble. The keeper bailing him out. Bickham. Manoj Joshi also getting a change ready. Amenity Public School building up from this far side. Ayush. Change is getting ready. Taha coming on. And off goes Nikhil. Amenity Public School have a corner. That's delivered towards the back post. A difficult one to control. Too much pace on the ball. If I pay the captain, Bekendra. Army boys in the attack. Jackson. Oh, the offside flag is up. Offside by quite a few yards. A chance for a shot. Takes it. Didn't really connect. That's a giveaway. Ayush bringing it down. Just cramped up Ayush. Had a good game against Army Public School. Up against another Army team this morning. Mayank is also getting ready. Manoj Joshi will be making another change. The number 4 coming on, Mayank, and of course Ayush. Towards the byline. The ball whipped in. Seems like it has crossed the line before for a goal kick. Intercepted nicely. It was Kamrul, Community Public School. The schoolboys are much better when it comes to the basics of the game, especially the way they pass and move. And it is the age where you tend to absorb more from what the coaches tell you. There is hunger to learn. Good opportunity. Can't get it through. Now crossfield. Expertly brought down. Kargik. He gives it away. And now Army. Action at the other end. A lot of distance on the clearance. 15 more minutes in the second half. And if it still remains this way, we are heading towards the extra time. Mayank. And all those attacks from the Amenity Public School dried up in the second half. Army boys just changing the dynamics of the game with a couple of changes. Looks very settled now. Oh, beautiful release. Well timed run. Chance for Army boys. Not the kind of finishing he would have wanted. Look at that opportunity. Jackson was the player, not finding the back of the net. Should have done much, much better from there. A couple of good chances for Army boys. Now the playmaker read that early. Saw that pass Johnson. Army boys in the attack. They need more numbers up front. 2v1 situation. Now support arriving. Stopped on his tracks. They play out well. Amenity Public School. On the turn, ball. Keeper comes out. Now a chance for Amenity from distance, which goes wide. A difficult one, of course. Tanuj went for glory. Baikum quickly off his line. Oh, he lost the ball. A foul committed. Look at the incident from the throw in. Both of them went for the ball. The keeper had it in his control. And on the follow up, there was contact with Vipe. That's the keeper zone. Here's the number 10. Arjun just operating through the middle. You do expect him to feed the front line. That is something which hasn't happened in the second half for Amenity. regulation time of last 10 minutes. An hour's play gone here at the B.R. Ambedkar Stadium. It's nil-nil between Army Boys Koi and Amenity Public School in the first semi-final of the 64th Subroto Cup 2025, the Junior Boys Under 17. Was coming back from an offside position. Is this heading towards extra time? Are we staring at another nil-all in the knockouts at full time? Or will there be a late winner that will break hearts? Both teams will look to play risk-free football in the remaining minutes of regulation time. Mayank skips past one, almost a second. He ran out of play. That's won nicely by Arjun. Lack of support, but did manage to win a free kick. And in the closing embers of the game, with just 6 minutes left on the clock, this is where Amenity Public School can hurt Army Boys. Despite a valiant effort in the second half, they got to defend this set piece. They will feel the heat from this free kick. It's Tanuj will take it. And this angle, very favorable for a left-footed player. He will look to swing in. Goes low instead. Buys a corner. Corner delivered with his left foot towards the back post. Cleared away to safety by Army Boys. Towering header. And a hit from distance that was dipping. Too much height. Close shaves for Amenity Public School. Out of nowhere. That hit on the rise. Got to keep trying. That's the hallmark of the army teams that never say die attitude. Tanuj. Oh, what a glorious pass! Manages to control somehow. Cross sent in. A good looking ball. A couple of players waiting. What a super ball. Switching it to wide on the far left. Tanuj. Corner comes in. Away from the keeper. Will be collected by Amenity Public School. Back in the mix. Out to safety. Now the rebuild once more. Searching ball inside the penalty area. Over the keeper. And Amenity Public School. They break the deadlock in the closing embers of the game. And they rush into a 1-0 lead. A sublime ball played down the middle. Made himself available for the pass. Beating his marker for pace. And a delectable lob over the goalkeeper to take the lead on the 68-minute mark. What a bitter blow for the Army boys' koi. Amenity Public School with one step now into the final. Look at that pass. Excellent. Done it with such expertise. Arjun with the ball and the finish from Kamrul. Here is that pass once more. Just threading it into the path of Rezo, and he makes no mistake. Just putting it on a platter for the number 9. And that was a striker's finish all day long. How do Army boys respond now? As the minutes tick by, Amenity Public School close for a spot in the final. They were the finalists of the 2023 and the junior boys under 17 category. But they lost to Government Model Senior Secondary School of Chandigarh 5-3 in the penalty shootout on 24th of October 2023. And if they manages to hold down, it's going to be their second entry into the final of the junior boys under 17 category here in the Subroto Cup within a span of a couple of years. Chance to right those wrongs. Just a few minutes away. And overall, they were ahead. Oh, that's a mistake. Nicely done by the goalkeeper. That's the confirmation of the goal scorer, Razor. Had a brilliant first half. Army boys throughout the second has been the better team. One moment of magic up front, just changing the scoreline. ZV Rowan will be disappointed. Just that sheer stroke of luck. Manoj Joshi's boys just capping it in the final minutes of the game. And at this point, they just got to make sure they don't give the ball away to the opposition. Keep it with themselves for a prolonged period. Additional time, 6 minutes still. Chance though for Army boys to take the game to extra time by scoring an equalizer. They got to fire on all cylinders now. Throw bodies forward. You can see the urgency now from the team in blue, Kerin. 3 more minutes left. Taken away. Amenity Public School is Nick Hill. Straight offside. We are midway through the injury time. Army Public School lost to Amenity in the quarterfinals. Now another Army team. A trail against the side from Uttarakhand. Anywhere will do for the boys in yellow and orange. They just got to keep their focus and make sure they maintain the shape. They shouldn't try anything extravagant. And at this point, you just need to run down the clock. Now into space. Gets there with his pace. And tried to cut in field. Oh, that's poor from the goalkeeper. Flashing it wide. Mistake under pressure from Bickham. Lack of distance on the clearance. Very nearly the second goal. We are into the final minute of this clash. The Amenity Public School of Uttarakhand affiliated to Cbse. Steering at a spot in the final. Army boys, they look exhausted. Be the last nail in the coffin. Player arriving. Gets on the ball as well. There is option on the left. Tries to bulldoze his way through a crowd of blue shirts. Not succeeding. Might be one last attack for Army boys. And that goes out of play. Could be full-time whistle any moment. What a show put on by Amenity Public School. The referee still allows the game to flow. And there goes the full-time whistle. Unbelievable. Amenity Public School have done it. Youth, flair, and fearless football have paved their way to the Subroto Cup final for the second time in their history. A day of dreams realized, a team that believed and conquered. End of the road for Army Boys Koi, as Amenity Public School book their place into the final of the Junior Boys Under 17 category. They will play the winners of the Ramsa School and Farouk High Secondary School. That's the confirmation. The full-time scoreline: Army Boys Koi 0, Amenity Public School Cbse 1. 68-minute goal from Rezo, proving to be the difference maker in the first semi-final. Thank you so much for being with us. We'll join you in the evening with the second semi-final. Goodbye for now.
देखते थे आप।